American Outdoor Dad here. So, decided to do a second video today, and I'm going to take a look at, yes, this is a Glock 19, but I'm not reviewing it. There's enough videos on that, and you'll see the consistent setup. What I'm actually going to review are the Ameriglo Pro I Sights. I really like these. Now, I haven't put too many rounds through this as it sits, because, well, I haven't had time. I've been focusing on my 320. But one thing I really like about this, and the way these sights are set up, is how quickly they align with my dominant eye. Now, I am right-handed, right eye dominant, and when this gun comes up, these sights align for me very well. I am honestly impressed with it. As you see, it was clear, clear, clear. Okay, so initially, one thing I really liked about these sights is it has what was like the Trigicon HD sight. I really like that. And no, it is not pointing at me. It is pointing over across. And since the trigger is pulled, still safe. So, one thing that I don't really like about this particular setup is the rear sight. Now, there's a lot to go in with this rear sight. The front one is your stereotypical standard sight. It looks, and it actually has Trigicon on it. It is a HD sight. That is what it is. What I find interesting on the back sights is actually the way you're set up. Look how thick it is. I'm not quite the fan of the amount of thickness, especially on this back corner. Why? Well, depending on how your holster is set up, if you're a big guy and you got some love handles, I'm not gonna lie, I got a few love handles myself, but you bend down, it could get you. It's not nearly as bad as the Smith & Wesson Shield or the M&P with their Novak sights, but it has gotten me in the past. So, just a quick, so you can see the way the back's set up, it can get you. Shootability, it's definitely there. It takes practice, like anything else. It takes dry fire practice to get used to what these sights are. Now, the way these are these are not the combat U-cut. I am a fan of the square cut. I just like the way it looks and the way it presents a little bit better. Yeah, I really appreciate these. Now, if these were the standard 2 dots on the rear, would I have the same issues? Yes, because it's the housing that I have an issue with, and not the actual sight picture. Sight picture is clear. It's exactly what I would expect for self-defense rounds and self-defense situations. Holster I have set up is a Record Custom Kydex. Went with the blue jeans, and it's outside the waistband, kind of, you know, covert, quote unquote. And yeah, I mean, the setup works. We've got a TRL1, which should be no surprise to you guys. I'm sure you've seen all my videos. It's plenty bright enough to do its job, especially indoors. Outdoors, it's definitely clear out to 50 yards. And if you guys watched our first video, we also have an agency arms trigger we got from Tactical Shit. We haven't really done anything else. The standard takedown, as well as the slide stop, are, you know, it's factory Glock. The Cerakote job is not. The Cerakote job is from Davidson's, and I do have an issue with the Cerakote job on the inside, which I highlighted in our first video. It was not within spec, and it was causing drag on my trigger. The actual disconnector on the inside was bent, and it was not allowing the gun to reset. Even during dry fire, it did a few times during live fire, and that's actually whenever I figured it out and saw the issue was after I was practicing some dry fire after I had used some live fire at the range. Now, is that always the best thing to do? No. You should always dry fire your gun. Always, always, always. Unless the factory manufacturers say not to. It's good practice. It's quality practice. So, all said and done. Would I carry this? If I had to, yes. I mean, it's a Glock 19. It's going to run. It's going to work. It is what it is. Do I prefer my SIG 320? Yes, I do. Now, in terms of the sights, would I put the Ameriglo Pro I Sights on any of my other pistols? The jury is out. Upside, they're clear. Upside, the cost. They're a little bit. They're definitely less than a Trijicon HDs. Downside, getting poked on my fat. So, is it as bad as my Shield? No. Is it gonna work? Yes. So would I carry it if I had to and I was practiced? Yes. Do I still prefer the Sig Sauer sights, specifically the X-rays, over these? Yes. Do I prefer the Sig Light over these Ameriglo Pro I's? No. I don't like the Sig Light sights. That's just my opinion. That's for another discussion. So, all said and done. Ameriglo Pro I's, cost effective? Yes. Could they bite you on the love handles? Yes. If you don't have love handles, I don't think you have to worry about it. Or if you have your holster maker design a holster that's not going to get you, you'll be good to go. Does it take practice to make these sights work? Absolutely. Alright guys, American Outdoor Dad. Jury's still out on the Pro I's. Initial review. It seemed definitely very interesting. But the jury is still out, but leaning toward definite shootability and usability. Alright, talk to you guys later. Have fun. And peace out.